What's up, Cedar Valley? My name is Coach Dunn. Put your cell phones away, stop talking to your neighbor, and pay attention because we have an important lesson today. How many of you have seen the meme or the tweet that says, I never learned about taxes, but I know mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It makes the rounds every couple weeks. I see it all the time. So today we are going to talk about 3 things that I think are super beneficial, financial things that are super beneficial to teenagers. First, we're going to talk about taxes. So to pay taxes, you need to be getting paid. So you need a job. Every week, 2 weeks, or every month, you will receive a pay stub that tells you how much you made and how much the government took out in taxes. You will see 4 different taxes that you're paying. The first 2 are called FICA taxes, and that stands for Federal Insurance Contribution Act, and that is Social Security and Medicare. In total, you pay 7.65% in FICA taxes. You cannot get those refunded in your tax return, but you will reap those benefits when you retire. Social Security is a benefit that you can claim when you are 62 years old, and Medicare is a health benefit that you can claim when you are 65 years old. However, you can get a refund on your state taxes and your federal taxes. Those amounts are determined by what state you live in and how many allowances you claim on your W-4 you fill out when you begin employment. So you're probably thinking, with tax season coming up, do I, as a teenager, need to file a tax return? Yes and no. You do not have to file a tax return if you did not make any money, if another taxpayer can claim you as a dependent, or if you made less than $12,200. However, every single one of you that has a job and that received a W-2 form from your employer should file your taxes, because potentially you could get all of your state and federal taxes that you paid back to you in a return. Remember, a tax return is not free money. This is money that you have overpaid to the government, and they're giving it back to you. It's not just some bonus to go spend on a vacation or anything like that. Use it for something purposeful. Okay, tip 2, you have to learn how to budget. Okay, you can't just say, I have this amount of money and I can spend until that amount of money is gone. That is a sure way to financial ruin. So here at Cedar Valley in financial literacy, we teach the 60-20-10-10 rule. 60% of your monthly income goes towards expenditures. Your big expenditures are your house, your vehicle, insurance, food, and then it can go all the way down to things that you want, like your Xbox Gold membership or a trip to Sephora at the mall. Okay, so you can spend 60% of what you make. 20% needs to be saved. I can't stress this part enough. You work too hard to be broke, so pay yourself first. The next 10% goes towards investing. Investing is when you buy an asset. You've probably heard of game stocks going crazy over the last couple weeks, maybe last month. So an asset is anything that you buy that you hope to sell in the future. So that's the difference between a savings account and an investment. Savings you're just keeping for a rainy day. An investment is purchase of an asset that you plan to sell in the future. And then the last 10% is for charitable contributions. Immediately, that will make sense to a large portion of you, why we chose 10%. But if that does not make sense to you and you choose not to donate to charity, put that 10% either in savings or investing. It is not going towards, buying a new motorbike or anything like that. Okay, and third thing I want to talk about is how to pay for college. I'm sure so many of you are stressed about this and maybe are even considering not going to college because it's expensive. It absolutely is, but I believe it leads to future success, and thousands of studies have shown that. So a couple ideas on how to pay for college, and 2 of them you can do right now here at Cedar Valley. 1, get good grades. Show up to class. The difference between a 2.8 and a 3.0 could be thousands of dollars in scholarship money. 2, take concurrent enrollment classes. 1 credit of concurrent enrollment costs you $5 at Cedar Valley. The average cost in the state of Utah for one college credit is $289. So by taking the class here at Cedar Valley, per credit, you are saving yourself on average $284. And Utah's cheap. We're ranked 47th out of 50 in the country. The most expensive is Vermont, and it costs $713 per college credit. It's ridiculous. So concurrent enrollment, it's huge. Talk to your counselors, get in those classes. 3, start saving. Your parents might have a savings account for you. Your grandparents might have a savings account for you. I wasn't that fortunate. I had to start saving myself. You could be in that same boat. Start saving now. 4, get scholarships. You're probably thinking, I don't have a 4.0, I don't have a 36 on my ACT, I'm not a great athlete, how do I get a scholarship? There are scholarships for almost anything. Talk to your counselors, talk to your CTE teachers, talk to all your teachers, and they have excellent resources to help you out with scholarships. Employer tuition reimbursement is 5. A lot of employers will hire you, and then after a certain amount of time, they will fund your schooling. I know IHC does that. A company my wife works for called Sykes does that. There are companies out there that are willing to pay you to go to school. And 6 are student loans, and I would advise you to avoid those. Just ask any teacher in the school, what do you think about student loans? And they're going to cringe, because student loans are expensive and you can't get rid of them. You can't file for bankruptcy and get rid of student loans. The only way to get rid of a student loan is to pay it off, die, or become disabled. And really, you don't want to do any of those 3. And who wants to start their exciting new life, their exciting new career? You're probably getting married, a kid's on the way, and then you have $50,000 in student loans. That's not where I want you to start out life. That's not where you should want to start out life. Use these other 5 tips to pay for college, and you won't have to worry about it. So once again, Coach Dunn. I teach financial literacy and accounting. I hope to see you in classes next year. Go Aviators.